Hello my esteemed viewers, I hope you are okay today. We are going to critically analyze the controversies brought about by the use of lethal autonomous weapons in modern warfare. So first of all, what are LAWs, lethal autonomous weapons? These are modern military systems which can independently search and engage their targets autonomously based on programmed descriptions. They include robots and missile launch systems. Some of the countries which have developed this technology include South Korea, the United States, Russia, China, among others. For instance, the United States conducted an operation in Kabul in the near end days of the Afghan war and used a drone strike in a massively civilian populated area. This brought criticism to the Biden's strategy of the over-the-horizon strategy of counterterrorism, which replaces boots on the ground with imprecise drone attacks. Further, this technology of using robots, which is still in its infancy stage, can be developed to give them their ability to determine the probability if a war can be won, who to attack, and which targets to be involved, as well as come up with a direct plan of operation and engage other systems as well as human soldiers. Given this ability, there is still great doubt of whether these lethal autonomous weapons can reach the standards of international humanitarian law, which greatly seeks to control the amount of damage caused to human life and as well as suffering. IHL standards include rules of proportionality, distinction, and military necessity, which protects the basic fundamentals of the right of life and human dignity. Artificial intelligence experts warn about the risks of using programmed technology to control warfare, since they are highly prone to mutations and cannot be easily controlled. Moreover, conflicts are more likely to occur given that the use of lethal autonomous weapons replaces the use of human soldiers, and domestic populations therefore are less wary of engaging in armed conflicts, as they do not get to see their fellow citizens endanger their lives. By using lethal autonomous weapons, more or most political constraints are removed, hence a country can easily engage in a war without losing political or domestic support at home. Other researchers fear of the dire consequences if this technology fell into wrong hands, for example, in the hands of rebel groups or terrorists who do not follow the obligations required by international humanitarian law. For instance, if this technology fell in the hands of terrorists, there will be targeting of elites, business elites, as well as high-profile individuals through the use of facial recognition softwares. Experts also warn that if this technology was to fall in the hands of authoritarian dictators, they will use it as a tool for ethnic cleansing. All this shows the inability of international humanitarian law to clearly control the use and effects of lethal autonomous weapons in modern warfare. Moving on, even if LAWs, lethal autonomous weapons, were to be used by legitimate militaries, it will be quite hard to hold them responsible for illegitimate killings committed by these these killer robots, since it can be argued that the robots acted autonomously. Therefore, tracing accountability to a certain state or agency will be morally objectionable and legally infeasible. However, it would also be irresponsible or unjust to not punish the perpetrators of these crimes, and therefore this would create a responsibility gap. With large world militaries leading the lethal autonomous weapons race, there is likely to erupt a new arms race where these countries will compete in achieving the best modern technology, and this is likely to escalate the existing conflicts in the world, particularly in the Middle East and the ongoing Ukrainian crisis. Although in conflict, these LAWs do not present a case of mutually assured destruction, or complete obliteration is less likely. The impact caused by these LAWs are still extremely impactful and may not be deterred by the threat of retaliation. Further development of these technologies will create a situation of security dilemma where one country perceived heightened security measures by other countries as a threat to its national security and adopts similar measures in response, thereby escalating the tensions in the world system. Seeing that this is a new and uncontrolled area which cannot be clearly controlled under international humanitarian law, it is imperative that we switch off the robots before the horrors of science fiction turn into reality.